I have actually a really poignant story that I did think of. It's not funny, but it was one of the best moments I've ever had working at the Marion Institute, and I think that it has just changed my life, and I still see this one police officer walking around Buttonwood all the time. So Connecting for Change, a number of years ago, brought Amina Matthews from the South Side of Chicago. She was a violence interrupter, and there was a documentary called Violence Interrupters, and so myself and Glenn Oliveira reached out to her, and we got her to come and speak. And as a part of that, we decided to have a nighttime event open to the community outside of kind of the Connecting for Change conference. We felt that she was such a powerful person that we wanted to make sure that the community at large had access to her. So we put posters around town, and it wasn't long before I got a phone call from, at the time, a lieutenant of District 1, which is downtown New Bedford. And so District 1 would be the police detail for Connecting for Change conferences. So those police officers that work there actually were familiar with Connecting for Change. And he said he saw the poster and that he saw that Amina Matthews was coming. And I was like, okay. And he said that she was one of his heroes, and that he was an artist, and that he had done a portrait of her, and would there be an opportunity for him to give her this portrait at Connecting for Change? And I was like, yeah, sure. So Connecting for Change happens. Each one of us on the Marion Institute team would be like tag team to a keynote speaker, and so I had Amina Matthews. So I took her around New Bedford. I made sure she got to her hotel and wherever she was supposed to be on her itinerary. And so I said to her, I didn't tell her what it was. I just said, a police officer wants to meet you. And we're walking up to the Z, and she kind of has my arm. She's like, yo, Zoe, I don't do police officers. I was like, well, I don't really either, but I think this is going to be a good interaction. And so we walk into the Z, and there is Lieutenant Scott Carolla, and at the time, Captain Joe Cadero, who's now the chief of police in New Bedford. And she walks up to them, and he presents her with this portrait, and we all just start crying. It was just a beautiful moment between two people that you wouldn't expect to have love for one another, and they did, and I'll never forget that.